Greetings to the Lunar Matrix. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Lunar Matrix on Friday, October 12th. Today's reading is in anticipation of Monday's new moon, which occurs at 5:03 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. The Libra new moon on Monday initiates a new wave of manifesting potential, and it holds a special frequency related to Libra's support for relationships, as well as the other energies of the combined astrological chart, which speak of the potentials for extra manifesting, extra creations, co-creations this month, powered by the frequencies of appreciation and happiness and joy. So this is especially fueled because of the support from last month's new moon, which released a seed of optimism. So we're following through with that cycle and adding more impetus and more momentum to it. Now, if you are in a place in your life where it's really easy right now to access joy and happiness and feelings of abundant well-being, then the reading and the potentials of this week will be really easy for you to access. If, on the other hand, there are frustrations or circumstances in your life that are challenging, or you're feeling fatigued and it's hard to access appreciation, then I think that the reading today also will be especially helpful for you, because all of us, no matter how we're feeling, can learn to access appreciation in the moment and come into alignment with the higher potentials. So with that in mind, I threw cards today and asked for guidance to support all of us, no matter our current circumstances, in accessing the potentials, the highest potentials of this coming week and the coming month, with this wave of joy and happiness that we are being gifted. The card all the way to the left, the Nine of Wands, is called Strength. And this represents a strength from alignment, from energetic alignment. Wands are the suits of energy. And I don't know if you can see this in the picture, but the top of the card has an image of the sun, and the bottom card, the moon. And so this is a strength that comes from alignment, from our grounding into earth, into heaven, our connection to solar consciousness and lunar consciousness, our connection to both our vertical alignment with the heaven and the earth. And so as we bring this awareness into our body, this card is in the position of body, what is clear now is that our connection and our strength now comes from our ability to ground, our ability to access trust and confidence, from our ability to use our tools and connect with Source and bring our awareness of the potentials into our physical experience. The card in the middle, the Two of Cups, is called Love, and it represents a deep emotional fulfillment from a very authentic place, a balanced and harmonized emotional experience. Sometimes it can be the union of opposites, the union of polarity that creates a beautiful totality of emotional fulfillment. And this is in the position of awareness, or the mind, and this card today came up reversed. And so what this is acknowledging is the experience that some of us are having. This is a message to those who are having an awareness right now of qualities of their relationships that don't work. And as you're holding this or contemplating this in the coming days, remember that relationships refer to all the circumstances in your life. Of course, our human relationships are of high importance to us, and our human friends are our best teachers often. However, we're also in relationship to all of our circumstances, to our responsibilities, to our possessions, to ourself, and to all the other beings who cross our path. So this card is acknowledging an awareness on our part of the qualities of our relationships that don't serve us, or that are causing conflict or problems or obstacles. And so just hold that awareness now, and then we'll draw the additional card, or I'll show you the additional card, which is in the position of Spirit. And the card today in Spirit is the Three of Wands. which is called virtue in this deck. And you may notice right away the similarity and pattern between the Nine of Wands strength and the Three of Wands virtue. They both represent an alignment of our energy. And the specific message of the Three of Wands virtue, which can help bring the experience of love upright so we can access appreciation through our relationships and circumstances. The specific characteristic is a dynamic ability to dynamically express our energy from a place of integration. And the message here is that Source provides that. So our strength in the body position now comes from our ability to connect with Source. And as we're able to remember to rely on Source rather than our old ideas of duty or responsibility, or that somehow we have to do it ourselves, when we rely on Source, then we'll be able to access those frequencies of dynamic confidence and integration, and new energy will come in. The Three of Wands is really dynamic, and that represents new fire, new inspiration coming into our life. So I drew another card asking for any additional guidance, and this is a really fabulous card for today's reading, because the devil in the work that I use, the transpersonal and also more ancient work with the symbols of tarot, the devil represents the principle of the jokester or the trickster who keeps us off balance and keeps us from taking ourselves too seriously. So when we become too rigid or lose our sense of humor, then circumstances in life or a higher self or Source will push us off balance. That's the quality of the trickster. Now, interestingly, the theme of this month is relationships in Libra, and the devil is the number 15, which reduces to 6, which is the Lover's card in tarot. And so the 15 is a dynamic principle of relationship. It relates intimately to the lovers, because it's through our relationships that we learn to transcend our fears, that we learn to be flexible, and that we learn to keep a sense of humor and not take things too seriously. So there's a very special message today in terms of really accessing the highest potentials this week. And the special message is, remember to keep your sense of humor, use your sense of humor, and don't become too attached to certain circumstances. If things are feeling rigid or frustrating or activating your fear, look in another direction. Find something to appreciate, to flip your frequency and reconnect to the vital energies, the vital and dynamic energies of inspiration and happiness coming from Source. So that's the basic message for this week. I hope it's helpful to you. It was to me. And I wish you a wonderful manifesting period and a wonderful month of joy and happiness. Remember that the new moon is it comes at about 5 a.m. Monday morning, and an optimal time to make new moon intentions is actually before that new moon happens, so that when the wave is released, your intentions will be released with it. So you can set your new moon intentions anytime this weekend. And if you don't see this video, or you don't have a chance to do that until after the new moon happens Monday morning, then you, of course, can do it anytime, because the wave of manifesting potential is there, and these special frequencies are here through the coming month. So blessings to everyone listening, and I'll be in touch again next week with the reading for the first quarter moon. This is Elizabeth Shermer with the Lunar Manifesting Matrix.